Jeff, Kyle, do you guys have a wrestling minute in you? You guys want to talk about last night? Have you seen SmackDown?
Oh, I caught a glimpse. I didn't watch the whole thing, but I know a little bit about it with The Rock coming out.
So
And
since Clay's away, we're gonna wrestle a minute.
Yeah, I was gonna. Well, when we got to our recommendations, I was gonna talk about Elimination Chamber starting at 6 a.m. next Saturday.
Woo,
In Central Time, 6 a.m. Central Time, 5 a.m. Eastern. And
we'll catch most of it before we stream. I think so. Yeah. So I think the one thing I want to talk about is that The Rock showing up in that shirt.
Well,
it's full on heel turn.
That's a throwback to his Hollywood Rock persona, right?
Oh my God.
Or with the silk shirts and the shades, never taking them off, cutting off the crowd when they're trying to because it's hard for The Rock to be a heel, I think, because he's so popular. Like people just love talking along with his stuff.
The last time he did it back in 2003, it was such a it was hard to buy into. Like he came out with leather pants and biker boots and the vest and everything, and he takes on Hogan, takes on Stone Cold at WrestleMania 19, and then basically at 19, and then basically ends up losing to Goldberg at No Way Out, and just like, oh God.
But what I loved about his presentation last night, is that he came out because they kind of set the crowd up because Roman came out first. And he's like, I know you're going to want to do the catchphrases and whatever else. But there's like this weird parallel between all of us are going to buy into the fiction that is wrestling here in a second. Like we all know you love The Rock, but he's about to come out and play a bad guy.
Yeah.
And then everybody in the crowd got behind it. Everybody was like, okay, we love you, but now we're going to boo you because of the role it's almost like it's Shakespeare. Let's say
everybody was like, I'm sorry. I love you, and then boom, super kick to the face of The Rock, right?
100%. But that's what he asked for. Because even he came out and he's just like, now, I'm gonna do some stuff, but then I'm gonna heel turn on you, and we're just gonna have a great time all around.
Now, wrestling TikTok for the most part is pretty good about being well behaved and catching a lot of cool things. One thing somebody pointed out when he was doing his whole spiel, The Rock, he was talking to Cody. But then he said something to something like, I will make sure you are not the champion after WrestleMania, while kind of looking
at Roman
towards Roman. Like they pointed that out. I missed it yesterday, but this is the good thing about wrestling TikTok. They obsess about the clips, and everybody's pretty knowledgeable about oh, this is kind of like how wrestling. We've all been watching wrestling for so long. We know the tricks. We know the little things they do, right? The little seeds are planted. I think somebody said that when he put his finger up, it was more like this as opposed to the one we the ones, just all those little subtle details. So yeah, I don't know. WWE's got a really good thing going. I'm excited for Elimination Chamber. The Chambers matches themselves look pretty good.
Yeah.
We only have one mystery, I think, person left on each one, which should be resolved by next week.
I will say, gosh, I don't even remember what I was going to say now. Because I got excited because I like that they introduced Braun Breaker. I was kind of hoping they would do a Braun Breaker versus Solo Sikoa for WrestleMania.
It could still happen. They have time.
I can't remember what else I was going to say. Go ahead.
I think it's weird with Braun because he just won tag team championships with
NXT
with Corbin.
Yeah.
With what are they? The lone wolf? What are they called? The dog pack or whatever.
War Dogs.
War Dogs. Yeah. So, the only thing that's kind of a shame is that I feel like LA Knight's getting lost in the shuffle. I thought he was kind of he was. I don't know who's gonna win the men's chamber. I just don't know. And then
they go on to face Seth Rollins, correct? I think it's gonna be Drew McIntyre.
Elimination's for Rollins belt.
So, but then, are they doing that? Are they doing the tag team with Cody and with Cody and Seth versus the Rock and Roman?
Okay, here's what's gonna happen. It's gonna be, if they do that tag team, that'll be the first night, and then the belt matches will be at the second night.
Right, but then does Rollins defend? Does Rollins defend on the second night?
Yes,
too?
I think Damian Priest is going to cash out on the first night, and then it'll be a Damian Priest versus
after the tag match.
After the tag match, and then it'll be Damian Priest versus whoever wins.
Drew wins the chamber because they've had animosity too, and this is how you turn Damian Priest
face, and
right?
Yeah, because
nice.
Okay. This is what I was going to say earlier. I do enjoy that we now know the best thing to come out of all this is that we know that the WWE are willing to pivot to listen to the like when the fans kind of like they've had a history of being like, no, we're doing The Rock and Roman at WrestleMania. We do not care what you think.
Okay, I hate to bring this up, but that's all because, and I bring because McMahon's no longer in charge.
That's right.
Yeah.
Fuck that guy. Get out of here.
Yeah,
I mean,
but it could have been like we still could have gotten that, even without him.
I'm surprised Kofi Mania happened. I'm not gonna lie. When they kind of leaned into Kofi winning everything.
Oh,
like it all happened very organically.
I was still pissed off, but like the time he got the belt, he loses it almost overnight to Brock Lesnar. It's like, let the man at least reign a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, the man, he's earned his due.
But I feel Daniel Bryan had to break that down before Kofi.
Oh God, yeah.
So there you go. That's your wrestling segment for the week.